Batgirl!
I want to formally congratulate you. You are Batgirl.
Yeah. In that case, let's see what Batgirl can do.
I think you saw the clip when E.T. told Margot Robbie that you had landed the role of Batgirl.
Have you seen that In the Heights' Leslie Grace is going to be Batgirl? And do you feel like you two could team? Yes, yes. She's
yes, queen. Yes, queen. Yes, queen.
How cool! That's wicked. She's amazing.
I've already been doing so much research on it. And
a few moments later.
The bit of research that I've been doing, and so this journey is definitely going to show me a lot of that. That I feel like I'm on an endless journey of like proving to myself what barriers I can break, what limits I can break for myself. Miss Margot, hi. I just want to say I'm a huge fan, and you know, if it's a good idea, if you think it's a good idea for Harley Quinn to stop by, you know, I mean, we're welcoming all of the help. Batman's out; he's doing a whole bunch of stuff, so I'm gonna need some of my ladies to help me out on this next run. You know what I'm saying? We love you.
Uh-oh. I think I heard a toilet flush. Maybe somebody lost a turtle.
I'm Bill S. Preston, Esquire. Yeah. Dude. And I'm Ted, Theodore Logan. And together, we are Wild Stallions. Yeah. So yesterday, Leslie Grace, the actress that everybody was fawning all over because she's going to be Barbara Gordon, oh Babs. You even had Jeff Keighley, the man behind the Video Games Awards ceremony, coming out to going, "Slay Queen, you're going to be awesome." And guess what? No longer awesome, because David Zaslav has scrapped this movie. He's buried it 6 feet under. Although I do think there is a copy lying around. I think there's a work print. And, you know, if we're going back to Wolverine Origins, when a work print of that leaked online, I saw it. I thought it was hilarious. We might get that with Batgirl the movie, because I'm sure the directors behind Bad Boys 3, who were called in to direct this very diverse Batgirl movie, I'm pretty sure they managed to salvage a copy for themselves. They could use it for blackmail purposes later on, because you can say that their talent and effort were wasted on this movie. Yes, everybody got a paycheck from this film, including a one Brendan Fraser, who I'll get to later on in this video. But folks, if you do like the introduction of my video, and if you want to hit that subscribe button and maybe like that like button, do that right now. And let's just get on with this video, because honestly, it's a story that dropped yesterday, but I thought I'll leave it until today because I had to get into my little editing room and cobble something together like Oswald Cobblepot. But look, Batgirl, the film, you know, it was mired in, I suppose, controversy, moaning and groaning. I made a video about it and I have no regrets about it, because you just can't stick to the source material anymore, can you? You can't have a traditional Barbara Gordon, Caucasian, red-headed, sassy, funny. No, you've got to get that little checkbox out. You've got to tick it and say, hey, glad we've actually got some representation here. But of course, you can't just have a race-swapped Batgirl. Nearly made a bit of a Freudian slip there. But you also have to give her a best transgender friend, because Gail Simone gave that to us in the reboot of the Batgirl in comics back in, what, 2011 or before? And you know what? Whatever, you know, she can't have Dick Grayson as a best friend anymore, because apparently their friendship, you know, was 35 years ago or more, it's no longer there. You know, they were never lovers. And of course, Nightwing became, you know, bisexual or gay, subtextually queer, as they like to retrospectively say now, which is just god-awful and cringe. But in this video here, you're supposed to see Babs and her BFF forever, Alicia, all shopping and, you know, what women do, basically. Cackle like hens. I mean, that's just, wow, look at that. I mean, first of all, girlfriend, that the outfits don't go. I'm. Yeah, I mean, why she got a pink? Well, okay, she's got the pink handbag, and I suppose pink goes with blue. I know that much in my fashion training. But then we have the opposite here, where we got, shall we say, very thick Alicia Yeoh and a very skinny Batgirl. Hi, I'm Leslie Grace. Can you see my face? No? What's that? A hot dog? Oh, thanks. I think I'll try to eat that if it doesn't put a few extra pounds on me by the end of the day. So you have all of that, and it is pretty... Oh, I haven't seen these pictures before. So you've got the Batgirl cycle, which looks like a Harley Davidson. I think it's meant to be an electric Harley Davidson. Well, that's an interesting Batgirl right there. Wow. Okay, but... You know, we couldn't have that. We have to have the first transgender character ever in DC because, again, GLAAD are watching our backs with assassin rifles. They're going to shoot us if we don't give them what they want. It feels pretty much like that, doesn't it? And, you know, I'm proud to own the Birds of Prey series from, I think, 2002 to 2003 with these lovely ladies right here. Ashley Scott. And then you've got, I don't know who the actress is on the left, but she played Dinah Lance, and the beautiful Dina Meyer as Babs Gordon, Batgirl. You do see her in the outfit, actually, in flashbacks, and she looks amazing in that. You know, we can't have that traditional friendship. No, you know, it's too heterosexual. You got to move forward, and you got to give the people what they want, which is absolutely ridiculous. And you got more on Batgirl here, Babs Gordon, how she became the Oracle after the Joker, well, almost left her for dead in The Killing Joke. I know there's a lot of criticism about the way she was treated. Even when I read that and I saw what the Joker did to her, even I was appalled. But then Chuck Dixon came along and he made her into a more, how can we say, compulsive character to behold. And even though she was wheelchair bound, like she is in the Birds of Prey TV series, she's a compelling character to watch, and she's really, really good. But, you know, there's a reason why you came here today, folks, and I'm going to give that reason to you now. So Leslie Grace dropped the final look for the Batgirl costume, but before we get to that, let's just take a flashback to memory lane for last year. Batgirl film news on Twitter. Release Batgirl is a hashtag trending. I might even trend it myself because I do want to see what this film would have looked like, good or bad. And we pretty much know by now that in a jury of 12 people, we know by now, Your Honor, this was going to be a terrible, terrible film. And it would have been good if it got released on streaming, because there's no way you're going to put it in the cinema or the movie theater, you Yankees, and people are going to, you know, come by by the family loads to watch absolute cringe on the big screen. No, better off for the small screen. That's what they should have done. But here we go. So they're using the Danny Elfman theme for Batgirl dropping in on, what was it, like a bank, I suppose. And it looks very CW, very Joel Schumacher. So the less said about that scene, the better. I guess in the wintertime in Gotham, even Batgirl's pointy ears feel the cold, which is why she's wearing an ill-advised brown woolly hat. You could have worn a blue woolly hat, Babs, or pink one, you know, exude your femininity, but that's neither here or there. Oh God, now you know what? I always moan about an actress or an actor who needs to look like a superhero to fill the costume out. Even Brandon Routh in Superman Returns didn't look like Superman physically. Sure, he looks like Christopher Reeve in some parts, but in terms of filling out the costume, he was a bit too lean for me. He had to be like Christopher Reeve or Henry Cavill. And why is she wearing golden caterpillar boots or Converse? I'm not sure what they're meant to be. By a Gotham fire truck? Okay. Don't know what's going on with that. If you don't know who the guy on the left is, that is meant to be Firefly. as played by the great Brendan Fraser. Now, when I see this image, the first thing I think of, they look like an old couple in the old people's home, and Brendan Fraser's Firefly's like, come on, Batgirl, you skinny little shit, let's go for a bit of troublemaking on the block. And she's like holding on to him for dear life, and of course, we have to insert that clip of Brendan Fraser, what he said about Batgirl.
I'm not sure. Batgirl. Oh. Here's how. It did, didn't it? Inside voice, outside voice. Well.
I don't think he was throwing shade at it. I just think he was kind of laughing at, hey, you know what? I got my paycheck and yeah, I don't care. I'm sure he did care about the making of the film. And God, isn't it just like, it's almost become like, I'm trying to think of that word now. There's a phrase that you use, like breaking the code. It's like, if we could break the code of Warner Brothers film vault and steal this film, it would be just fascinating to see how bad it would have actually been. And I think everybody would have had a degree of curiosity satisfied. You got the Batgirl, Batbike here, member of the crew wearing a mask, a COVID mask, like who cares about that? I think those masks were ill-advised. I mean, the only masks you should be wearing is if you're a superhero. The creme de la creme, folks. This is what you've been waiting for. The final look of the Batgirl costume. Because as she said in an interview, she went through 35 different changes and then they finally got to this one. And, you know, she kind of reminds me of a bulimic person. Like, oh my God, this food looks really good. But, you know, I'm going to go and stick my 2 fingers down my throat afterwards just to keep my weight going. Or is she going to fillet that hot dog? Don't do that, Leslie. Just, you know, eat it. Eat the hot dog. Leslie Grace, and she's a singer, right? So if you look on her IMDb profile, she's got a lot of credits as a singer in her music videos, her rather naff generic videos. She's not Celine Dion, she's not Mariah Carey, she's not Dua Lipa, she's not Olivia Newton-John, she's just plain Jane Leslie Grace. She does cover versions of songs from the 60s and manages to mangle them in the process. Don't ask me how, but she does.
Will you still love me tomorrow?
So she's not for me, I get it, but honestly, if this was the best pick they could go with to lead your Batgirl movie, a Batgirl movie that could have been played by someone like Anna Kendrick, for my case in point, Your Honor, go and watch The Accountant. Anna Kendrick co-starred with Ben Affleck. Their dynamic, the dynamic duo dynamic is very much Batman and Robin-esque. If you look at it closely, how they play off each other, it's Batman and Robin. It's Bruce Wayne, it's Dick Grayson. But no, don't get Anna Kendrick. I think she would have been game for the role. Just cast someone like Leslie Grace for your checkbox. But you know what? You know, it's a padded costume. You can go to Pound Shop, buy the same costume. You can even look closely here at these parts. It's very cheap padding. It's almost like it was made in a sweatshop in China and then they shipped it over last minute. It's like, I mean, that looks like they've cut the bat symbol out and they've stuck it on, and there's no boobies. I mean, there's a lack of boobies. I mean, Batgirl, she's a bit of a busty character, you know, depending on what iteration you go with. And Leslie Grace in that face that's almost non-existent. I can't see my face. But you know what, folks? I'm going to end this video, as I like to end all of my videos, on a high note. And today, we are going with the leaked Batgirl trailer, which came out last year. And have a watch of this, because honestly, if Corridor, the YouTube channel with almost 10 million subscribers, makes a fully fledged fan film out of this, I will definitely pay my good money to see this film have the light of day for the people that support it. But here we go. Firefly.
This isn't just some random murder. It's an extermination.
Dun dun dun.
Dozens of witnesses all over Gotham. No discernible pattern I can see.
when the streets burn with the corpses of our favorite heroes? Who can save us?
Hello, Gotham! Batgirl here. Firefly must be stopped, but I can't do it alone.
I don't exist. I'm not even here.
Get it together, man.
Birdman.
We're all that's left. And right here, right now, the universe needs you.
Everybody's got a mask on. I got one, you got one. But every now and then, it slips a little bit.
There's good and there's evil. And evil must be punished.
$90 million up in flames!
The police have got it wrong.
Firefly was just a decoy. But if not him, then who?
We're the Warner Brothers. And you're a write-off!
I love that. I love it. Please make this a fully fledged film. Oh, I want to see this film. And you know what? I don't know who the actress is that plays this version of Barbara Gordon, but honestly, in the fleeting time that we got to see her, she was compelling. She looks gorgeous. I think she's Latina. I might be wrong about that. And yes, she's not the comic book accurate Barbara Gordon. I know Eartha Kitt's played her as well, and I thought Eartha Kitt was she Batgirl or was she Catwoman? I can't remember which one. She was Catwoman, wasn't she? So it doesn't matter in that respect. But honestly, this actress here, at least, I would have been compelled to have seen her. I mean, why is it again that fan films are better than the AAA concepts that are approved by big studios like Warner Brothers? Why do fan films win at the end of the day and put the corporate shills to shame? I don't get it. Do you? But honestly, Batgirl, the leaked trailer from Corridor, give them a look. They're absolutely hysterical. They make some great videos. I absolutely love this one. Got to download it for prosperity, as you do. And speaking of prosperity, folks, if you enjoyed this video today, make sure you hit the subscribe button with a bat wing or wings, if it's that time of the month again, and maybe consider liking the like button. And if I were you, and if you were me, you better come back for the next video.